VW or Michael V. Waller, all the way from LA, joining us today. How are you doing?
Very good. Thanks for having me on here.
Oh yeah, it's great to be here. So you have been doing these projects as a composer, as um, a when I say composer, I would say classical music composer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you get into being a composer? Did that happen as a child, or what instruments do you all play?
Um, I grew up, around the house, kind of learning from my grandma, a little self-taught piano. And then when I went to college at NYU, I started studying composition and going more into written, composer studies, and eventually studied privately for quite a number of years, and then really started, practicing chamber music and writing for different ensembles in New York and around the world for the last 10 years.
Wow, that sounds really exciting. So, how did this come about to where you wanted to fuse it with other types of music?
Um, so initially, I was talking to Jalen, this electronic producer who does IDM, EDM kind of new avant-garde version of that genre. And, we were talking, we did an interview together, and, some subjects about overlapping ideas came up, and I wanted her to do a remix. Um, so she did this remix late last year, before the pandemic. And um, then as the pandemic started to kind of unfold in February, March, I kind of wanted to focus more on this remix project, because it allowed me to kind of feel collaborative without really, actually having to go into studios and interact. I could send it around and kind of, um, brainstorm, remotely. And one of the people that I picked in that remix project was Lex Luger. And initially it was designed to be like kind of more of an electronic instrumental remix. And when I heard what he cooked up, I was just like, this really needs a rapper. This needs a lyricist. This needs to add some depth uh, in a song format.
Hmm.
And then really that initial collaboration started me to kind of invest more and say, I actually think this could be a full-fledged project, and really be, kind of an album kind of theme.
Okay, that's awesome. That sounds amazing. So, Lex Luger, so far, that's the only person that you've collaborated with, or have you collaborated with other people?
I've collaborated with other producers before. um Lex was probably one of my favorites in terms of how he worked with the samples and kind of allowed the classical elements to really shine through. Um, you know, I could name some other producers, but for the purpose of this new project, he's going to be the main collaborator from a producer standpoint.
Okay, awesome. And what was your experience like working with him?
Um, it was very like understated in the sense that we didn't really, other than a few emails back and forth, needed to communicate very much. And it kind of, the music and his responses did a lot of the talking.
Okay.
And from what I understand, classical music is something that he's experimented with in his own way, and instruments, and working with instruments, and playing with and creating sounds himself, and building packs from scratch. um, it wasn't something odd, or he expected some loops to come in a very traditional format.
Cool. And so you've done two songs with Luger, and the first one was released last month. That was May 14th. No, April 20th is when you released the first one, right? And
Correct.
that was with Shanique Marie, and that is
Correct.
where's Shanique Marie from?
She's from Jamaica, and she's been part of the this dance hall collective in Jamaica called Equinox, and she's been with them for a long time, and she's just releasing her solo debut in a month or so, and I collaborated on a couple tracks with her, produced one track on that, and you know we had a very good chemistry, um, very on. Just her kind of vocal smoothness and melodic tone seemed to go very well with the production.
Yeah,
So she was included on that first single.
yeah, I liked that song a lot. I love anything with like Jamaican theme. Just growing up around a lot of Jamaican people and reggae music, growing up in Florida, So as far as Shanique Marie goes, you guys shot a video for that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Now,
shot that partially in LA, and partially in Jamaica, and kind of fused it a little
oh, that sounds
seamlessly.
fun. So you got to go to Jamaica to shoot the video, or were you
No,
down
you know, we had two different production teams for this
there? Okay.
shoot, and then it was edited um by this UK producer, Tarnish.
Okay, that's dope. So how do you say his name? Is it Valet or Valley or Valet?
So yeah, it's Valet.
Valet. Okay, I want to make sure I
Valet.
say his name right.
Yeah, it took me some
Valet.
practice and I've said it wrong. Um, yeah, the temptest way of saying it is valet, but it's
Mhm.
valet.
Mhm. Mhm. Let me Now he's verified. Is he signed? Do you
He
know?
signed to Good Music.
Okay, so he's signed to Good Music. Yeah. Okay, dope. Yeah,
Yeah,
I really like this song with Valet, the Still Do. That was the one that really like stuck out to me and everything like that. And that's the one that you just released on May 14th, and it's going really well for you. I seen that you had some good press with Hip Hop DX. We love the guys over at Hip Hop DX. So, and
yeah.
what other outlets covered it? There were more outlets that covered it.
Hot New Hip Hop was ran something, and it's good to see that for even a new artist, and a new producer, kind of that there was at least some reception and some kind of
Yeah,
attention.
that's exciting. Yeah, I mean he has 127,000 followers and he's verified, so they're gonna definitely bite that because I'm looking at some of the people, rap publicist. I forgot about her. I gotta hit her up too. But yeah, there's a lot of people that follow him and stuff, so he's like a poppin' artist. So I like that a lot. Yeah, but I love the record. It's amazing, and we're gonna get into it. But before we do, make sure that you tell everybody where they can follow you at.
Yeah, right now on Instagram it's Michael V Waller. Um, and yeah, my full composer artist name is Michael Vincent Waller. If you ever want to check out my compositions.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And then what is coming to the future for MVW? What's next?
So it's really about putting out these two singles represent what will be a full EP,
Mhm,
called Classics.
mhm,
And it's going to be, featuring 4 tracks with Ballet,
mhm.
and with Shanique, that track, and potentially another feature. And also, I'm in the process of completing it, even though the singles are out.
Mhm.
Um, it should it's probably going to come out in either July or September, most likely the fall, to give it a little bit of a breather. Um, yeah. And last night I was recording with Little Got It, so he has a feature on the record as well.
Yeah, I
With
love him. We did a whole project with him. He's awesome. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I love Lil Got It. And then if there was any producers other than Lex Luger that you would like to work with in the future, who are some of those people?
um, Zaytown,
Mm-hmm.
um, DJ Tomb,
Mm.
um, Metro Boomin.
Yeah, I love Metro Boomin. He's awesome. So, what would you be open to working with Drummer Boy?
Actually, we worked a little bit together
Okay.
before, on a couple tracks,
That's
in November,
okay.
with Gangsta Boo.
I love Gangsta Boo. Yeah, he was actually just on the show last week, so that's amazing.
That's
So
awesome. Yeah,
yeah,
he's always out doing a hundred different things.
I know he really, really is. Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for stopping through Rugo Radio. We're gonna get into this new record by Valet, and it is called Still Do, and it is produced by MVW and Lex Luger. So let's get into it, Rugo Radio. You heard it here first. Let's go.